Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of the MSF Roundtable. Super excited, 2021. We've finally got the crew back. Crayvis is unfortunately not able to join us today, but we do have the rest of the guys. It's been, 2 months? Everyone's been busy and stuff like that over Christmas and stuff like that, so we did take a break, but then it sort of got extended a little bit longer. So Dapper, there's a lot to talk about. What's been going on, brother?
Nothing much. I kind of been slacking on MSF, hit 11 million, and then after that, it just went downhill for me. Uh,
He's quit.
but it's due to medical conditions. But I'm slowly coming back. I had to step down from competitive alliance. Now I'm in Legion of Sword is a more casual alliance, and I've been able to play different games besides MSF as well.
Like what?
Right now, I'm really into NBA 2K21.
Nice. Is that on PlayStation 5?
No, this is on computer.
Oh, computer. Cool. So you're actually
Yeah,
using all that power, not just to run an emulator of a mobile game.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
So before we actually took a break, you said that you were going to sort of stop spending in the game because of different reasons. Are you still maintaining that throughout this year?
I'm buying the character offers. I'm not really cracking out no more, but I do buy that, and that's pretty much all I really buy.
Yeah, wow.
I haven't really spent much money on MSF. But yeah, and like I said, due to personal health issues, I wasn't able to play much last month. So I wasn't able to stream. I wasn't able to really play much on MSF. That's why I had to step down from my alliance to more casual alliance, so I can get myself back to schedule.
Yeah, we were talking actually about that a couple of streamers are either bowing out due to work commitments or just life in general sort of thing, which is pretty interesting. I know, and I was talking about this before the show, is that especially during COVID when I was working from home, easy to sort of just jump on and twitch my life away, but now that I'm back at work, like actual at work, it's a little bit harder, long days and stuff at the moment, but good to see you, brother. Good to see you. It's I've really missed this. I really have. Lex, my boy, what has been going on? I know we've been chatting a bit over. Well, I've been talking to most of you over Christmas break, but hey, B man, what's been going on? Tell us the goss.
Yeah, I'm been doing well, man. I have been playing MSF. As usual, business as usual, I guess. I totally understand what Dapper's saying though. Like, shit happens and whack. Sorry. But I'm working into DD3 right now. I finally got into Doom. I started working on Doom. I unlocked Phoenix, which is great. I'm just starting my strut into DD3. I got a couple characters, Phoenix and Hela, that are almost ready, and also Symbiote Spider-Man. He's on his way to 75 as well. So hopefully I can get them finished and then and get in there and start cracking at it. But yeah, things have been good, man.
Yeah, good. Nietzsche, what has been going on, brother? I think you've been the most active out of all of us. You're getting out there with your videos, your PvP. Can I ask, why is Magneto the number one PvP? I would have said Baron Zemo. I would have said Baron Zemo.
You apparently didn't look at the video very well. I mean, my video got messed up, which I may need to go relook at it. But Magneto should be number 2 or 3, I think, on the list.
Is he? I thought he was. I told them he was number 1. I thought he was number 1. Because I watched the video.
X23 was number 1.
Oh, X20. Okay, X23. But Magneto was like number 2 then. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
X23.
So the point of that video was, so we did a second video. Well, it was really the first video on Kenchiron's channel, and that was a list of top 8 bands. So everything in the video on my stream excluded those top 8. So that's why you don't see Zemo. That's why you don't see Emma, Ultron, Phoenix, all those types of characters, is because they
are
excluded from mine.
Yeah, of course, that makes way more sense. But
Yeah.
all I'm hearing here is Lex set me up to fail.
Yeah.
He threw you to the
Well, he threw me to
That was awesome.
he threw me to
Good
the
job,
wolves.
Lex.
The wolves were
Good job.
coming, and he tripped me up, and then he kept running.
Laid you out as food, bro.
So it's been pretty big for you, Nietzsche. You moved,
Yeah.
you know, Christmas and stuff. How you been settled into the new area?
Good. You know, it's been busy. Just still on the job hunt. I'm out in Virginia near DC, sort of, 30, 40 minutes out of DC.
Yeah.
And, hit 13 million, started Dark Dimension 4, and I'm now finishing up the city nodes, just waiting for SBCs basically to get into Legendary. That's pretty much all I need. And, other than that, just starting up and working on some YouTube stuff. Done a couple collaborations, and so yeah, we've been pretty busy since we last all gathered.
So if anyone is looking for any work in wherever Nietzsche now lives, definitely give my boy a job. No, it's been good. Zero, what has been going on, brother?
Oh man, yo, I never thought I'd see it, but I moved towards the casual part of the game for right now until I start building up till to DD4. But it's like a lot of fun because I'm watching Nietzsche as he's progressing through DD4, so I'm just like, all right, like, I got the secret sauce right there. I'm gonna build up my team right there once I get back to the competitive area. Other than that, I'm still doing like real life stuff, so I haven't been able to stream as much as I'd love to. But I was debating on like Roundtable. I was like, man, dude, like I'm really tired right now. But I was just like, no, we're getting the boys back together, baby. We're getting the boys back together.
Getting the boys back together.
But other than that, man, nothing really. Like, just taking it very slow in the game right now. I'm not spending any money right now in the game because I'm like more focused on, just keeping all the currency and the gear set aside. And then once Nietzsche's done and he comes out with this tier list, and I'm like, all right, now I can plan. Instead of taking up like everyone's just like the moment they hit level 8, they're like, yo, I gotta take whoever I can to T15 and then just get into DD4. No, I'm just gonna wait for Nietzsche's tier list to come out, and then I'll base it off of that.
Yeah, look, I agree. I don't think just leveling up willy-nilly is probably a smart choice. So a question from Av: did everyone get the battle pass? Av, are you talking about the previous one or the current one?
The one that just passed, I got it. Yeah, I did all 100 levels.
Nope, not even close.
I did. So I went away. As you can tell, I was away. Didn't have a laptop, so I wasn't able to stream over the Christmas break, which I think was good because we were in such a lockdown, couldn't see anyone, so it was good to get out of the house and stuff. And then now that I'm back and we're working, it's been hard to pick up that stream. Been doing some long days, so by the time I get home, I eat, and then it's pretty much bedtime. So it's been pretty crazy. But hopefully this week coming, I'll start doing some more videos on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and some MSF ones as well. So I'm looking forward to getting back to this. And then next week we will also have the other setup, but currently, as you can tell, we've just sort of gone with just a Discord sort of thing with names and stuff. But it's good to have the boys back. I've really been missing this. Where has my account gone? Well, I'm not gonna lie. I debated about quitting both games. I looked at how much I spent on the games, and though it's not a huge amount, it's still more than I would have liked. Well, it's for both, actually. So when I was working out, it was for both Star Wars and Strike Force. And so the current one, yeah, I did buy the Battle Pass. It's probably the only thing that I might, moving forward, spend if I want that extra gear and characters. I've kicked off with Dark Dimension 3, and I'm on the final node for Cosmic. So I'm about to hit City, which I've got Symbiont, Spider-Man, Carnage, and Anti-Venom, so hopefully I should be able to walk through that. And Scream is nearly there too, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've hit level 80. So I will do a recap of sort of where my account is and which teams I'm sort of building on YouTube. But my first and only character today is currently Thanos, and that is because I'm using Black Order in Arena. There's some news I want to talk about because they reckon that this new team is about to kill it. Thunderbird, welcome to the chat.
It's just so much green.
Green is pure green. He's the new Hulk of the group. And so for me, it's actually been pretty good. And then there's a lot of stuff that we've sort of whilst we haven't been doing the show, so there's a lot to talk about within the posts. And I probably want to kick off with RTA. How we find an RTA?
Oh, dude. I wish I don't like it. I wish they would revert back to the old RTA. I think that the 600 ability grind is crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just a really it almost forces you to commit a lot more time to the game. And obviously, as you can tell from all of our statements, we don't have a lot of time or more time to commit to the game. So, I wish there was a little bit faster of a way through it, but it is what it is.
I do reckon that it's more of a time thing. What I do like about it, though, is I do have that more flexibility than, say, Blitz was. I like the Battle Pass. I'm still enjoying the Battle Pass. I think the rewards are pretty good in that. So what was the first one was Baron Zimmer, the next one was Yellow Jacket. So pretty good in that aspect. I'm finding that all I do is auto, though, especially to try to get those ability mats, is that all I'm doing is clicking the auto button because I just am trying to get all those ability mats. I've leveled up characters who I didn't want to level up just so I could get those ability mats.
Yeah, and I think it's people are like, I prefer the knockouts. Some people are like, I prefer the ability uses. Actually, I do hear that one less. However, I think it is kind of a double-sided coin. I was curious what some of the lower people would think. I would think that the people with not as big of a roster, yes, they're gonna have difficulty with some of these characters that they have at level 1 or level 25 or something like that. But on the flip side too, if you have, I think it was 525 knockouts before and 600 ability uses, you can get 10, 15, 25 ability uses in one match if it works out. So you can actually climb slightly faster than that if it works out. I'm personally not opposed to the ability uses, but I do have characters to where they typically don't get one shot. So I'm okay with the new RTA, but I do feel for some of those players who don't have a roster large enough to withstand a hit from someone. I also do find that there's less meta teams used because as soon as a big player also finishes his main ones, all you're going to see is the Zemo, that Emma, the Dad Bros, and all that. And that's pretty much all you're going to face. So in a way, it's better because you're forcing those top players to also have to adjust their roster, not necessarily use those characters.
I think the abilities is good for people who... So one thing I do want to say is the matchmaking's been pretty good. I haven't been versing like a 500k team against a 100k team. So
I have.
Been good on that one. I've done it once, and I was like, what the hell? So I don't mind the abilities, and in some cases I agree, Nietzsche, they are a little faster than knockouts, especially when you can see when people start getting through all their objectives. What I don't specifically like, but as I said, I've had to level up some characters, is the specific characters, but you don't necessarily need to do those ones to finish. So I was able to finish the Battle Pass with a week to go or something, so it wasn't that bad.
My biggest complaint, probably the reduction in points. Like, if you're going to sit here and trade out the knockouts for the ability usage, at least get the same points, because it was like double the points you got, so you could still finish it in the same amount of time if you just decided to straight up do them all.
what they're gonna do, what I feel like they're gonna do to the player base, right, is that they're gonna burn us out so much on RTA right now. By the time we get to leagues, no one's gonna care about it because it's just like, yo, like I need to focus more on the battle pass than I can on league. And once they're done with that one weekly or all the weeklies, then yeah, you move on to league. But as things are picking up and more people are going back to work, they're gonna be like, well, I don't have time for this. League, like unless your casino or MG, they're gonna focus on league because they're getting paid the big buckos to play the game.
Big buckos.
For like people that
Us
they
being
love the
mortals.
game, but at the same time they have to work without looking at their phone all day, and then they're like get home, they're like trying to decompress. Now they're looking at RTA, and they're like, well, this is definitely you already paid for the battle pass, so you're already committed to it, which sucks. But at the same time, the rewards are really really good. But league, I'm gonna see league get either a really big hit unless they branch us into our own like shard or TCP area or STP area, whatever they want to put us in. But I feel like they're gonna burn a lot of people out of RTA to where like league is gonna be very annoying. Unless you have a big account like Nietzsche or Dapper, then it's gonna be we're gonna set that auto button up and we're gonna see what happens.
So, question to Nietzsche, because I think Nietzsche's probably the only one who can answer this. The Doom Raid, how are you finding that? Because our alliance couldn't do it, and I've got Lex and Dapper in mine.
Yeah, we couldn't even get through. I think we had 2 alliance members that were able to clear a node right after a couple shots at it.
Yeah, I think we got to the second node in bio.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
So this is actually a sore point for me right now because I have spent the last 3 days talking with my alliance or discussing with my alliance about the Doom Raid. We are going to do it tomorrow, but we have not done it yet. I wanted to do it day 1. They had heard that it's super difficult. Baby Yoda barely hit 30%, and they all spent like 900 cores or something to get there.
Oh, wow.
And I did not like that answer. I wanted to go ahead and get in there, but we are prepared to do it tomorrow. We've gotten people's rosters. We're making lane assignments and stuff like that. So next week, I will have some more information on that for you. However, from what I've seen, I'm not that worried about it, at least for myself. I feel like it is manageable, and I feel like it's a good difficulty. I think the only thing they could have done, potentially, I was actually a little bit surprised they didn't do it, was put a difficulty slider on it. I figured they would make, normal Doom Raid slightly harder than 7.5. And then they would have a difficulty slider. However, they just straight up came out and said, we're going to make this 5 times harder than 7.5 and exclude a lot of people from the new content.
So, I was talking to a couple of boys we talked about before. I've sort of been out. I had to catch up when I came back to all the news that had been happening. And we were talking about bringing brand new content. And Dark Dimension, I think, is one of those ones where if you can't come at day 1, people go, yep, that's end content, that's fine. But a raid, I would have thought, I would have agreed. I thought it would probably be about 7.3 would be the start. So it's easier than 7.5, but harder than obviously 7 for the other raids to get people in, people excited. Because there is a bit of challenge to it because you can only use certain teams within those lanes. And I've heard from pretty much most people that it is not even end content. It is like 2022's content, which is interesting.
But they're going to keep coming out with characters to help. I mean, the whole new Astonishing X-Men is going to help out with that mutant lane. There's going to be options coming out, and most people don't have characters at 80. Most people don't have characters at gear tier 15. So that's what they're aiming for. So I do get it.
Yeah,
it's understandable.
Well, yeah, you can't not have new content for the Krakens, and I get that. It's just upsetting. So Star Wars has got the same sort of thing, shots, where Challenge Raid came out. Now my alliance is able to beat it, but there's a lot of people who can't access that content, and they've really gear blocked it too. So you need pretty high geared for it just to even enter, and you still get one shot. But anyway, so I want to talk about Doom. We talked a little bit about it. Now he's been in the wild. Are you seeing much of a push in your not your alliance, sorry, your arenas where Doom's just taken over, or even War?
Yeah, there's so many, or there's very few people who have completed it. Personally, I actually haven't run into it, although I also am an auto arena type person. I don't really care enough to farm the cores. I stay in the top 50 just doing auto.
Yep.
And that's good enough for me. So I'm assuming if I did a push, I'd probably see a couple Dooms. But other than that, not really.
And speaking of Doom, because he hasn't I understand not many people have taken him, but from the videos I've seen, he's not the ultimate counter to Black Order that I think some people were hoping for. Do you believe that this, what is it, the Outlanders or Shadowland team? I've seen some videos where they're like, this could be Black Order. And who is it? It's Moon Knight, Elektra, Daredevil. What do we think about that?
Oh man, I don't know. Daredevil. I don't. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see. You never know. We'll see. They're supposed to get a rework, so we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
The thing is
rework
that
already
they're
happened
preparing
for
it.
Daredevil and Night Nurse.
Oh, it did it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I just knew it was supposed to happen. I didn't know if it did happen or not.
Yeah, you can already see it in game. They've already been changed in Elektra. Yeah.
The thing is that you got to remember is that a lot of people put a lot of resources on Black Order. So for that team to actually be reliable counter Black Order, you had to put the same amount of resource or more. So that's one thing you have to also remember, and then also the red stars you have on there too. So it's only time will tell. But is it going to be as powerful as they claim it will be? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be able to counter Black Order in Arena. So yes, in War it could, but not on Arena, and that's where Black Order is really shining right now. Besides of War.
I think last year there was rumors that the team to knock off. Well, there was obviously Doctor Doom as well, but the team, not just one character, the team to knock off Black Order was Apocalypse and his 4 Horsemen. So we're going to have Nietzsche in the game, which would be cool. So I was looking forward to that, and to be honest, Apocalypse, I know he sucked in the movie, but he actually is a really super powerful mutant ability. He's got telekinesis. He has, he can change his molecules and stuff. He's actually really powerful. So I was pretty interested in seeing how that is. The Archangel, I really want Archangel. He's an awesome character. And then depending on how they want to do the Horsemen, whether they want to go the movie route, which was like Magneto, Storm, Psylocke as well, or if they want to go, the comics where there's a couple of Horsemen. It'd be interesting to see that. I'm pretty pumped about this year, though. As I said, like over Christmas break, I was debating about whether I'd quit, but obviously still here to continue playing. I'm still enjoying the game. We had a last night Av, and a couple of us jumped on Discord and we were all playing PvP together, which was a lot of fun. Your name came up a lot, Nietzsche, as you would
Awesome.
as you would expect. It's like, what would Nietzsche do? Maybe we should get a bracelet of that. What would Nietzsche do?
I wonder if it's on the merchandise store.
I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Just read your bracelet.
So new Legendary comes out this week. We need Pimtech team, and we also need for Jubilee, obviously, for the Astonishing X-Men. Who's ready for Jubilee and who is excited now that we've seen the kit? I know end of last year we saw a little bit of her and we weren't too thrilled, but now that we've seen the kit and the rest of the kit for the team, what are we thinking?
I still stand firm by what I said. I'm excited for her to come out. I think she's going to be a great addition to the team. I do think that she will probably be a great plug and play character as well.
Yeah.
And since she got a lot of hate because she's not a meta mutant like some of these other mutants are, Iceman and so on, they were kind of upset at them not being the legendary release, which I feel that Scopely to try to counter that is going to make Jubilee more stronger. So I do have Red Star orbs waiting for her. I'm not 100% ready, but by the time that she comes out, I will have be ready to have her.
Awesome. Nietzsche, because I don't think Lex, you're not ready, are you?
No, I'm not. I was just gonna say, pretty much, I watched the Cerebro video where they showed, how well she's gonna work with Bishop, how well they work together, and basically how she's gonna complete the synergy of the team. I agree with what Dapper said. I think she did get a lot of hate. I personally wasn't excited just like as like a character, but like her being good, that's a different story. She's supposed to be good, so I'm just excited to see what the entire team together is going to be, accomplishing. So yeah.
Nietzsche?
Yeah, I'm gonna be unlocking her at 6 stars. It looks like, and I think she's gonna fill out a good raid team. I think she's going to be what makes the Astonishing X-Men work for that mutant part of the Doom raid and the Greek raids. I mean, she's not needed in the Greek necessarily. She will be helpful, but I do think she's going to help round out that team. Outside of raids, I don't see too much value in the characters. She could be somewhat plug and play, but I think it's going to be a little bit limited. Her kit seems to really benefit the Astonishing X-Men.
So, not on your top 10 PvP list?
Probably not. She's slow too, if I remember correctly.
Zero, what are you thinking, bro?
I wasn't expecting to unlock her because I was not going to pay for Pimtech because out of, those characters, Ghost and I guess Stature are like a package deal pretty much for Dark Dimension 4. I don't know. Maybe Nietzsche, yeah? Like they're a package deal if you take them?
Ghost and what?
And Stature?
I don't think Stature's necessary. I wouldn't personally level up Stature.
Okay. Yeah, so if I would have known that Jubilee was going to be if I would have known that Stature was going to unlock Jubilee, then I would have probably pushed harder for the campaign, but at the same time, the moment they said Jubilee was the legendary for it, I'm like, I still don't care because, I'm not going to spend money on it. Bring me, my Silver Surfer, and you'll see big money signs out of my eyeballs. But until the day comes, I think I'm free to play until then. Besides the battle pass, but the battle pass is like almost equivalent to $100. So, or more to be honest. So that's where my investment will go to.
Yeah, no, I don't have the Pimtech team at the moment. I do have them. I think mostly 4-star, so that's not too bad. I think I do have Ghost is nearly 5-star, and then I'm missing who is it?
Yellow Jacket Black.
No, I'm actually good because I bought the battle pass. So I'm actually good for Yellow Jacket, surprisingly enough. In a weird
Ant-Man Wasp.
I do have them up to
Stature.
The team's not super exciting too, so I guess that's like PimTech itself,
Yeah.
and so that is another problem too. Anyway, that's Jubilee. Not the first X-Men I would have said that I would have been super excited for. You know, there's Gambit, there's Rogue and stuff like that. I'm not super happy that I have to take Beast out of my Phoenix team either. I'm not too yippee-yarring for that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know how I feel about that either. Because I have him on Phoenix.
He's just been changed, so he just only works with Astonishing X-Men, I think, now. Looking quickly over it. We did have a couple of nice things, though. So we got Warstore, we got Ghost in there, which was nice, and in Blitzstore we got Electro. How are we feeling about those two characters in those two spots?
Excellent.
Yeah, I think Electro on the Blitz store is cool because I need to farm Electro. So
I'm a
that's
fan
cool.
of Ghost in there. I mean, I do already have mine 7 yellow stars, but I know anyone who's wanting to get in Dark Dimension both wants Ghost and both wants your mini uniques. And so you're having to farm those mini uniques with your war credits, and therefore you're not really able to farm the Ghosts. So
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough how valuable war currency is for me right now. It's incredible. I have to be very careful what I spend it on.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff. Some really good characters out there, so don't get Nobu from there, and I think you're pretty much covered. You get Ghost and Mr. Sinister is really good. Minerva was another one, which was a nice surprise, which was able to get me to 6-star. I'm not pushing for it, but I think it was like 15, 20 shards away from getting 6-star, so I got her because obviously I'm using her in the... Damn.
They got my boy Nietzsche. He's down. His webcam's down. He's stuck in position.
Oh no!
Iceman froze him.
He's still thinking. He's like, oh.
He was doing the Drax technique. He's moving so slow that you don't even know he's there.
So they've moved forward with. Actually, I just want to go back to Jubilee because I'm going actually through the updates. They're recommending some pretty high stuff for unlocking Jubilee. You know, level 60, gear 11, ability 6664, 4 stars, and Stark Tech 10. This is the first time they've done that. Do you think this will be going forward? And are you happy with the requirements, or did you sort of prefer that? You got the characters. You can pretty much go through it. We'll start with you, Dapper, because you got probably.
I don't really mind it. Every time I unlock a character, I always based on how I feel like, how I'm going to use them. So the Astonishing X-Men's, I know it was going to be a team that I really wanted to use. So I have everybody at least gear 12.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing with the Pentatech, since I found out that, you needed to unlock them with them, unlock Jubilee with them. I just went hard on them too. And we had a lot of nice red stars on Star Tech. Should have, if it's not max Star Tech, pretty close to it. So, it shouldn't be no issue to nobody. Well, there he is.
Look at that good-looking man, the king of PvP.
No idea what internet.
It looked like you were really thinking hard about the question. So we're just talking about the actual requirements. So the recommended requirements for unlocking Jubilee seems to be higher moving forward. So it's probably a standard that they'll go through now, where you are expected some real big investments in the characters. So to gear 11 for the PimTech team is a lot for a lot of people who. Probably not so much for Ghost, because I think we can agree you want Ghost in Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4, really good character. But probably the rest of the team, don't know if you can go that high in them. To celebrate Dark Dimension 4, we are getting free 100 shards, and you can choose between Ghost and Cull, and I actually think that's great. I'm going to go 100% on Cull, because I need my Black Order better. Dapper, what are you going for these free rewards?
I'm going for a mixture. So all I really need is about like 27 shards for Ghost, and then I'll have Jubilee. So I'm gonna get Ghost until I have enough for Jubilee. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some more Ghosts through the war
Yep.
credits, and then Cole. But Cole's so far away from 7 star, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Carl's going to take a while, but I think that makes him 7-star for me, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, nice.
Not 7-star, sorry, 6-star. So that's a nice
Okay.
big boost for my one.
It sure is.
Lex, what are you going for?
I'm probably gonna go for Cole as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Ghost sounds good because she's the only one of the PimTech members that I don't necessarily have. They're, I'm not working on them, so it'd be kind of stupid to do it. And I have my Black Order all at T13, and that 100 shards would give me a 5 gold, 3 red Cole. So I'm probably gonna go that route as well.
Good choice. Nietzsche, you probably don't need any of the shards, but what are you going for the free rewards?
No, I actually do.
Oh!
I need Cole.
Oh!
I was all worried. I'm like sitting there trying to contact, people would be like, "Hey, do you know who it's gonna be? Do you know who it's gonna be?" Because both of my they've had the offers coming out. Both of my characters were within 100 shards away from being 7 stars, and so I ended up, because the community polls said it was going to be Cole, I ended up buying Ghost to get her to 7 stars. But I did not end up buying Cole. I held off on him, so I'm going to be investing mine in Cole, and that will bring him up to 7.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's a good thing to give us an option of 2 great characters, right? Like, arguably, individually, you could probably go Ghost is better. However, Cull is definitely one of those priorities in the Black Order for both Red Stars and gear. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think Ghost will probably be the better option for. I mean, while Cole is still not really farmable, assuming you have your Cole up, at least to 5 or 6, having Ghosts in that war store, it just really messes with where you want to spend your war credits. So I think Ghost might be the better investment, and hope for Cole to come out shortly.
Just looking at my list, it's actually, I can get them both to 5-star. So sorry, it wasn't 6-star, it was 5-star for both Cull and Ghost. So winning. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, hopefully moving forward they give stuff like this where it's like, here's 100 free character shards of these 2 characters. I think that'd be a pretty cool way to move forward, because then you've got those options of, well, I've already got him 6-star and it takes forever to get 7-star, so I'm gonna get those ones. Had a massive 5.1. It was a pretty big sort of one for bug fixes. A lot of bug fixes, which was pretty good, and a couple of changes to the real-time arena, and PimTech update of characters. So, as I said, Beast before, it's losing X-Men, now it's Astonishing X-Men, which annoys me. And then we've got the Shadowland sort of group, which would be really weird if they could beat Black Order, because I can just imagine Thanos snapping his fingers and it wipes out the whole team. But White Tiger. So we'll sort of finish up on the last post. So we've got the White Tiger sort of kit today. City Mystic Brawler, and obviously part of Shadowlands. What do we think about this kit? Do I need to read out the kit, or have you guys seen it?
No. Let me. I'll open it right now.
Oh snap! Nietzsche actually seen it.
I saw someone else showcasing it the other day. They released it early.
Okay.
So
kind of lost in the loop.
So basic Rising Claw, attacks for 300, applies ability block, defense down, deals double damage to summon characters, performs a counter attack or assist. She applies defense down for 2 turns, slow for 2 turns on each target, which is pretty awesome. And when forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland characters, which is pretty cool. Noting that Nietzsche's already gone through it, what are your thoughts about the Shadowland group, and as well as Knight?
So the Shadowland group, I think it's going to be, kind of like a combination between X-Force and I'm trying to remember the other group I was thinking before, but they're going to be applying a lot of debuffs to your opponent, which is going to, and a lot of these are 2 turns. So 2-turn defense down, 2-turn slow, 2-turn disrupt. Then you have, when you go over to Moon Knight, he's got an ability that applies like 3 random debuffs to your opponents. One of them includes blind, and I think it applies it to like 3 different opponents or something. And so their kit is actually really good. They've got the kind of like the long shot Shatterstar combo, where they're, and also the X-23, where you're feeding speed bar also to your team based off of kills and things like that. I believe there's another thing that adds to that. So they're going to be a very fast team. They have the on-spawn fill speed bar based on the amount of Shadowland character allies you have. So that's kind of, that Brotherhood 2.0 aspect there, or just even the Magneto aspect where he gets sped up, but they're speeding up their entire team as well. So they're going to be a super fast team, I think. I think they're going to counter a lot of teams. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to counter Black Order, though. Like Dapper said, you're going to have to have a very equivalent team to use against Black Order. And, Black Order's sturdy, and they're also fast. I mean, Thanos, the full Black Order team, Thanos is I think the first character to go in the entire game, if you have the first. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be faster than Black Order turn 1.
Are you buying this team?
I'm free to play, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, because I'm thinking, and it probably doesn't make it necessarily equal, but we could try some PvP balance and see if when all things even, can you beat it? And that's a way that I do like to showcase, because there's no red stars, but it does equal it out and go, well, does this team actually, can it beat this sort of thing? They do have some stuff.
I think Moon Knight's going to be a PvP viable character too.
You don't think Moon Knight will be?
I think he will be.
Oh, sorry, White Tiger was
special.
Yeah.
You trying to throw him up there with Taskmaster?
Ooh.
Yeah, I would say he's probably going to be better than Taskmaster. Potentially, we'll see. I'd have to re-see his kit. It's not posted here, I don't think.
No, it isn't. I think it was one of the bonuses for Envoy program or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's all right. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Look, I'm always open for more teams. I think it's good to see new teams and stuff like that. But it's just the amount of characters coming out. It's just too hard for me to keep up. So I'll see how people go. But you pretty much get 3. You've got 3 of the characters. You've got Night Nurse, Daredevil, and Electra right out the bat, and then you just go get White Tiger and Moon Knight. I'm interested to see how Moon Knight. Apparently, Moon Knight's come into the Marvel universe, and apparently he is like Batman, like the Marvel's version. So, pretty excited to see what he has. Though normally when you talk about equivalents, usually Iron Man and Batman, because they've both got their suits and money and stuff like that.
Supposedly he's got a split personality. He's
kind of like Deadpool that way.
Yeah, he becomes possessed by the moon god.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is Batman. He's just possessed.
Yeah.
And then we've got obviously a couple of return legendaries, Star Lord and Fury and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks. I think we're nearly up to a month at this point, which is most unfortunate. As always, we will be kicking now off on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So looking forward to that, and always a pleasure to do the show. I absolutely love it, and it's been too long. We definitely can't do this. Closing points, Dapper.
Hey, closing point. Take out
I'm
your
trying to
wallet.
make a 3-point shot, and you're in.
Take out your wallet, empty it out for Jubilee. She's worth it.
I thought you weren't kidding.
Serious,
It's
it's good to be back. It's good to see the guys again. It's been way too long. And now that I'm more casual than competitive, I'm starting to see a different aspect. I don't think I will ever stop spending money unless if I quit the game. But it's a nice movement for me. I'm probably going to be this last, not for more than 2 months, but still a little break from competitive will be nice.
Over to you, Lex.
Yeah, it's great hanging out with you guys, man. I missed you guys for sure. It's been shit since before Christmas. So it was good to sit down and talk with everybody. I miss you guys. And I had a lot of fun.
Nietzsche.
Yeah, I'm excited we're back. It's great, connecting with everyone again, and I'm very happy Mendawgs did not quit on us.
Couldn't leave my boys.
That would have made me sad. I was sitting here starting to wonder. I hadn't heard from him much lately.
Busy.
But glad we're still here. We're gonna keep on kicking.
Yep, of course. Zero, over to you, brother.
I really don't have any closing points, man. I was just like, I didn't mentally prepare myself.
It's too
He's
hot.
half asleep. He's half asleep over there. He's got one eye closed.
But my final closing point is don't fry bacon naked, dude. Just don't do it.
Excellent. That's good advice. That's good advice. All right, guys. As always, thank you very much for coming out. We will start getting back into this routine like we did. I have been out wrestling kangaroos professionally. That is true. That's why I've lost a lot of weight as well. As always, we'll be kicking off to the after party after this, which is, so if you're on Discord, feel free to jump in. We'll jump into the main chat. Just have a couple of drinks and whatnot. Just talk some smack. Thanks very much. Again, this will be put on YouTube. And it's great to be back, guys. It really is. And hopefully 2020 is behind us. See you later, mate. And hopefully 2021 is awesome. All right, guys. Take it easy. Cheers.